Do you love the fresh snap of a mountain morning and the twinkle of excitement mirrored in a youngster's eyes as he or she grasps the truths of God? The Rocky Mountain Bible Mission is dedicated in ministering the gospel of Jesus Christ in rural areas. The staff of the Rocky Mountain Bible Mission serve isolated, rural populations from the Yak snuggled up next to the Canadian border, clear down through the Bitterroot Valley to the Idaho border, and all sorts of interesting side roads along the way. These new pioneers believe Bible truth should be lived and taught within the framework of the local culture, including rural America. Camp Upmost is an important part of God working actively in the minds and hearts of young people from all walks of life. It lies east of Missoula, almost to the Clearwater Junction. Executive Director Jim Carlson explains.
Camp Upmost in many ways represents the heartbeat of the mission, reaching rural people with the gospel of Jesus Christ and training believers to serve Him.
For over 40 summers, campers learned respect and care for their environment and a love for the Creator who has given it. In 1995, the mission received notice to suspend the lease on the land of the current campsite, forcing the mission to find a new camp location. Every effort is being made to make the new Camp Upmost ready by September of '99, when the original campsite must be vacated. Construction of the central lodge must be completed by September so that it will be ready by the following summer. The log frame construction will serve as the hub of camp for its activities in the kitchen, dining hall, camp chapel, sick bay, and conference center. What do you see when you look over the beautiful mountain meadow, ringed with tall trees and dotted with great expectation? Do you see the struggle of men over the elements, erecting a building, or do you see a warm and inviting lodge filled with laughing young people eagerly receiving the Word of God? Camp Director Steve Fawcett states simply,
If we're ready by camping season next year, we'll have overcome great odds.
how do miracles happen? Sometimes swiftly, sometimes slowly, surely, one day at a time. In 1996, 40 acres were purchased at a reasonable price due to the generosity of a Christian rancher in the area, and building began. Volunteer labor, gifts in kind, and past donations have financed the construction to date. Roadwork, a sewer system, 2 bathroom structures, concrete footings and foundation work for a main lodge, and a storage and utility building so that work can continue throughout the inclement weather. Over 11,000 donated hours by construction workers and volunteers in 1997 and 98. Heavy equipment has been loaned by area church members for 1 and 2 months periods. Approximately $50,000 has been donated, a select cut native timber for the lodge construction. God has made it abundantly clear in His Word that He looks for willing people through whom He can work. Wayne Hightower brings over 40 years of residential and commercial construction management experience to the project.
Lindy Myers came up alongside me while I was sitting in the pew minding my own business and said, "Hightower, you don't have anything to do, so I volunteered you your time to relocate Camp Upmost." And that is what we're up to.
Lindy says,
For kids, for the Lord, kids are important.
You know, when I was about 7 years old, I got burnt in the waist up. And anyway, I know what fire is. My thinking is that this work will save some souls from hell. Hey, I'm willing to do it.
God has sent the help that is needed in a very creative way. A church group from Chicago who worked a week running equipment and providing muscle power. Mary and Mo Racing from Sampson, Alabama spent the last 2 summers volunteering at new Camp Upmost. Camp Upmost is not funded by the Rocky Mountain Bible Mission. It must raise its own funds. And since rocks cannot cry out, we will. You, your interest, your prayerful concern, your financial help is greatly needed. A gift of yourself to swing a hammer, run plumbing, or be a gopher does more than build a shelter against the elements of nature. It allows you an investment in eternity. Willing hands are working hard. They need sufficient raw materials to complete the task. Building is proceeding as funds come in and is only slightly behind schedule. A financial gift to help build this central lodge sets Camp Upmost squarely on its feet to share Christ and nurture individuals for the kingdom. A financial gift of support to the camp directors, Steve and Brenda Fawcett, allows them to continue their work in place. The gift of yourself as a camp counselor is a gift you give to yourself as well as to God and the campers. The shadows of your memories will stretch long throughout the years as you recall the laughter and tears, the shouts and the silences, and the quiet campfire times when God has openly been praised and adored.
Go.